So this is the XAUUSD analysis for 3rd of November. XAUUSD, also known as gold. Now, let's have a quick look what's how price developed on the 2nd of November. So we're just going to grab the pen just quickly. So we were saying that we did see these series of higher lows, so we're cautiously bullish, especially in light of the overall trend on the most on a well, the previous couple of weeks. So we did test this 1279 several times. We did say, as it has been tested so frequently, we did expect to see a break of it, and we'll see how prices react around 400 period average and this very strong level around 1284. Now on the second, what did we see happen? We did see the 1279 tested. We've had a pullback all the way down to this 200 period average here in blue, found support, and we broke above this 1279 level. Let's just get the let's clean our chart up a bit. So we had a test of the 1279, pull back down to his 200 period average, use it as a springboard for a test of the 1284 level that we were looking for. Now we did see a very strong sell-off from this 1284, so it was a somewhat impulsive move towards the 1284 from where we were, so it might have been a news-related event. Regardless, we have not held this 1284, we have not consolidated above it or consolidated below it. Instead, it was a very impulsive move all the way up to the 1284, and we've seen some selling momentum come back into the market. Now we are consolidating currently below the 1279 level. We do have NFP out, which is going to be a very volatile event for the XAUUSD, as it is a US dollar denominated event. It's pretty much US dollar related. So we are still let's just see where we are. Let's just place where we are. So we've got our lows down here and around this very strong level around 1263. We've posted another, we've had a higher low there, but we've posted a lower low there, but we've not negated this move down to the downside. And again, we've posted a higher low in around here. We do seem to be found some minor support here on this hourly chart in around this 1274 level. Just currently on the past 2 or so days. And we also got this 200 period average below us as well. Has acted as resistance over here. We saw the sell-off. Has acted as a springboard for support. Again, has acted as a springboard for support and for a move to the upside. So in light of that, in light of the 200 period average acting as resistance over here, acting as support there, support as well for a springboard test, springboard and another test, we would anticipate prices heading to the upside. So let's just play this as if we yeah, let's just imagine we didn't have NFP hanging over us. So if we didn't have NFP hanging over us, we would definitely say this market is bullish. We would definitely say this market is bullish. We have found support in around this level. We've not come back down to test it, and we do appear to be in a strong trend if we use this roughly drawn horizontal line. We do, as we are we didn't see much of a sell-off from this 1279 level. We do appear to that we're going to negate 1279 by trading up, by getting up to 1279 very slowly. After which we'll be looking for another test of this 1284 to see if we do break above it this time, test, and we get a continuation all the way up to 1296, possibly. Or if we do go up to break above it, we might just follow straight through, not have a consolidation all the way up to 1296. To 1296. Let's clean this chart up a bit. So I might just get a move all the way up to 1296. The next option is we do trade up to 1284, consolidate, and then we break down. If we do a breakdown, we'll be looking at targeting this 200 period average and the weekly pivot around 1276. So we'll see these swing lows over here. We'll see if whether we do find consolidation there. If we do break down from there, again, we'll be looking at a few swing lows just as minor levels, not major levels. So possibly this other major swing low here at 1268 to see if we do get a move to the upside. Below which we've got a very, very, very strong level all the way at 1263, where we would look for a possible bounce in prices. As we do have an FP, as is a very volatile event. Let's look at the far end of each range. So we've got 1305 to the upside, and we've also got 1263, which is pretty close by. So the level below that we'll be looking for is in around this 1243 level. Now we've mentioned the upside and downside targets, as well as the minor levels that we'll be looking at. So we're going to have a look at the weekly time frame. just see where we are. So let's just get the scaling on here correct. So on this weekly time frame, as you can see here, I'm just going to grab the pen. We've had a sell off from the 1357 off the 400 period average, and we've had pretty strong bearish weeks closing near the lows. We've found support in around here 1263, and we've followed through all the way up to 1305, a very strong level. And we've seen sell off back all the way back down to test this 1263. So we're in a bit of a range there at the moment, but we could see with the NFP coming out, we could see a potential break of the range. Well, we're closer to the bottom of the range, so we could potentially see a breakout of the range to the downside towards our 1243 level. But if we do get a strong bullish catalyst for the in terms of the XAU, or in other words, a somewhat bearish US dollar news or like a poor NFP, we could definitely see the XAUUSD run all the way up to 1305. It was somewhat counter to this move here, because this move to the downside has been fairly strong. We've got these very strong candles over here. We've had the buying momentum from 1263 take us all the way up to 1305, which is a very sizable move. We're looking at somewhere around about $40-ish. Yeah, we're looking around $40-ish, about $42 to the upside. It's a pretty sizable move. But we have seen the selling momentum come back down, all the way back down after that $40 move. We've seen an equally high move to the downside. So if we use this as our high, just being a lower high, we should expect further continuation to the downside, possibly down to 1243. We'll see our price react before taking long, or before taking a long, or see our price react around 1232 before again taking a long if we do find supportive bullish price action. But below that, we've got the very next key level in and around the 1214 level. So let's just have a look at the daily time frame before just wrapping this all up. So on this daily time frame, we can see here, I'm just going to grab the pen just quickly. So we've had a high up here in around the 1357. We do appear to put in a lower high here on the weekly time frame. So we've got a lower high in the most recent price action. So even though we've had a bullish run, the most recent price action has been somewhat bearish. So we've got our highs, got a lower high. So we did look poised for a further continuation to the downside, but we do appear to have put in a bit of a double bottom here in around that very key level of 1263, coupled with below 1263 we've got the 400 200 period average within a $3 zone between the 1263 and 1259, where we might see some further upside buying momentum. We do look poised for another test of this 1284. What's concerning to me of this move to the upside here is the degree of indecisiveness by the candles. Even though they are to the upside, we do see some strong wicks, which indicate there is a lot of selling momentum in the market, which isn't ideally what we look for in the market. So in light of that, we do have to say, if we'll watch closely this 1284 very, very closely. We might spike all the way up there on the news before breaking down towards the bottom end of this most recent range between 1263 and 1304, below which we've already mentioned the other levels we'll be looking at. So yeah, that should wrap up the XAUUSD. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.